These heroes are going to be sitting low if they're not in the proper position from into the breach.
It's tricky for Sanking. First couple of levels, he's really not that strong of a hero. He does, once you have a second point in the Sandstorm, it gets much easier. DM in trouble.
As sentries down for both teams. Blink Strike on a DM. Odeker is going to get first blood on DM. Just goes in a bit too far. That sentry ends up being cleaned up at the end of the day, but they got the kill.
Available as well, and we can see Kadaro also making a move.
Kadaro needs to be careful. He's under vision. They did place a ward before they went for that Illuminate, and he doesn't have a sentry to clean that up. So the turn looking like it might come. The Illuminate, the Cold Snap, some damage from BZM, and Kadaro turns into this only to die as Immersion's made a rotation. They've got the Elder Dragon form, they'll put down the Ice Wall, but Odeker joins in, and BZM's in a lot of trouble. Gets into the Ghost Walk, but they throw down a sentry to make sure that they could get this kill.
Ooh, double the value. If they scout the high ground, there's also an Observer ward, so getting a kill and potentially getting a D ward from that Sort Invoker, so you don't have a Tornado. Misha in trouble.
Now spotted, and the two supports starting to wail away, but BZM comes in with the Cold Snap. Supreme, Dragon Tail onto BZM. They'll also look to go for the ult from the Dawnbreaker, but that doesn't come through, and eventually they still get the kill to BZM. It looks like they'll trade Kadaro. So the Crystal Maiden goes down, and now Immersion caught Burrow Strike, and getting run down by both the Sand King as well as Taiga with the Illuminate. Gets denied by the neutral creep instead, and these Treants are hitting away at Misha, even with the living armor. Well, he won't live.
That's a big, some big kills from Into the Breach. This is the second time they managed to kill BZM. This is not like Deso, Shard, Echo Saber type of a build. He understands that the damage from OG is mostly magical. Like even Lina's right clicks, the Maelstrom procs are magical. So they're going to be very tanky. Another one.
BZM silence. Where does he go? Nowhere. Can't even get out. He's just pushed into the grave. Two hands from everybody from Into the Breach on that one. Laguna Blade. Jibe again, just ain't too far. Yuragi getting a turnaround kill onto the Dawnbreaker.
So they get something out of every kill, pretty much. That into the
he's spotted, but Immersion, he's got that shard. You got to be careful. There's the smoke. They are going to see these heroes on OG. Burrow Strike before he could get the sweeping dart off. They've got the Sunstrike. They'll get the kill to Immersion. They'll look for the Epicenter, but again, it doesn't get out in time. They'll take out DM. They're on the run. Yuragi doing a lot of damage. Kadaro right into the hands of Misha. Cold Snap, LSA with the damage from Illuminate. And another right click from BZM means they'll lose the Crystal Maiden too.
OG is getting more out of these trades now. Even though they lost Sanking, they still...
And will continue that way. Sweeping dart onto Taiga. They smoke again. Right next to them, and they'll drop down the smoke screen. Force Staff back, looking for an Illuminate. Pops that ult, Burrow Strike, Epicenter, Sunstrike on a Kadaro, but Supreme, he's left by himself. He'll die for the first time this game. The Burrow Strike lands on a Jibe, and they've got the Dawnbreaker in some trouble with the Laguna Blade killing off Kadaro. They've got the Starbreaker with the extra help from the Shard, giving some a magic immunity, but it won't be enough to survive, as Yuragi's got the triple kill.
This is what I talked about. They are running into damage problems. In terms of network, the game looks pretty even.
Sweeping dart on a BZM. And now the Blink, the Dragon Tail, the Solar Guardian coming through. They're going to drop down onto BZM, trying to get the damage down, but it gets the Hurricane Pike off. BKB's been popping the Dragon Knight. Ulti here from the Crystal Maiden on the low ground. They're doing the damage onto Jibe. They're getting the kill, but the Gladiator comes in from Odeker. It's 4, now 5v2. They'll go in with Immersion. He'll Blink Strike in, goes to the Tricks of the Trade. The LSA hits on all three. Oh, Immersion Supreme. They'll fall. Down goes Odeker. It's perfect from Yuragi.
Misha holding onto that overgrowth throughout this whole duration until they get on top of Yuragi. Then he pops it.
TP. Misha shows for a second. And, well, now Odeker with the BKB, but I don't know if it'll matter. They're even going to fight out of their base. DM coming over, BKB. Oh, the timing's not right, but the damage. Oh,
he TP's out.
Oh, he still got him.
The Sunstrike.
Oh, Sunstrike him down. They'll go now for Jibe, and they'll get the kill. Oh, OG. It's just so perfect.
Power of the global presence. You can die anywhere on the map.
Immersion. Yeah, you're next. Yuragi's damage is just too much for them to handle. That is really just looking pretty nasty from OG.
OG was very patient throughout the whole game. They did not want to risk anything. Pretty even for almost like 20 minutes in terms of the net worth. Buyback coming out from the immersion, not the biggest one. He has one ability to use pretty much.
Strike, and there's the break. So that means Supreme will die, and GG is called. OG take game one over into the breach. They break it open in a late fight, and then just storm the rest from there.
Clean execution. This bottom lane went into their favor. This is their bread and butter. This is their win condition, as we like to call it, this Lina. BZM got caught multiple times, but he did manage to still stay like in top 3, top 4 net worth. Sanking did also fall back to his stacks that Taiga made, and very clean, very slow executed the draft from OG. Like they were waiting until this timing where they have Pipe, they have Guardian Greaves, Train Protector with the ulti with all his heals, also against right-click damage. You are playing into Shadow Demon, so you know you can remove that. A lot of counter picking. Kidaro's in trouble. Does have stick and fairy fire, but another bolt in 2 seconds. I think he's actually dead.
Oh, needs one more right-click.
That was close. Taiga
might even just dive this. He still has those mangoes, and he wants it. He gets the first blood, and I think he's just gonna, all right, give up my life, and I'll be back with full mana in a second.
And he was also staying out of XP range, so Nature's Prophet didn't get XP for that. So that's pretty good.
Get that kill. BZM, for the time being, it was really 6 minutes was where his last game kind of faltered in a way where he had died 5 times early on. But we'll see if it stays the route coming into the 6-minute mark now. And it's a Arcane Rune bottled up and a Flame Break thrown over at Taiga. So Supreme getting a kill over here mid, while BZM takes out Immersion.
Taiga did die. It's a level 2 Zeus, so I don't think he minds too much. He also scouted out where the ward is.
Has that point available, going into the Guardian Greaves right now, like you said, and another thing that you said before, he can do whatever he wants, and that basically seems to hold true right now, as nobody's able to stop him. Wrath of Nature flies across, but Yuragi now sprouted. Odeker's made the rotation. If they can get the kill to Yuragi, that's big for him. They look over at Misha, but he'll just TP away. And a big rotation from Odeker. Knowing that he can't do anything to DM, comes bottom and gets the lead.
DM, almost the most farm hero in this game, second after Odeker.
Odeker has a lead again over the Lina, despite the fact that the lane
they stayed bottom.
He has quite a lead, and he's going to have an even bigger lead with Yuragi going down again. So that'll allow the Nature's Prophet to get a big extension ahead of this Lina. And, well, Stampede, they look for Taiga. Odeker still trying to catch up. They do have Supreme. He's level 7 and has a lasso, but might just look to burn Taiga down without using it, and that's exactly what he does. They'll take out the Zeus. Misha, another target in their sights, and they will continue to run these heroes on the side of OG. Misha sprouted up, nowhere for him to go. Cuts back towards the neutrals, and Odeker throws the Wrath of Nature out, but that's not what gets the kill. They're still looking here. They still have Lasso.
Is available.
BZM never jaunts, and Jibbe sticking with this puck. Thinking about a teleportation to look for BZM, but stops it immediately, and Odeker's over to the side. Illusory Orb hits, but now they've got the Disruption, so the Disruption holds him. He'll phase shift. BZM in trouble, and eventually with the Sprout, they're around him, and they get another kill here for the side of Into the Breach. Kidaro's going to get chased by DM and Taiga up towards top of all that's going on, and they end up giving away the Disruptor, but a lot of kills for Into the Breach that work out in their favor.
Into the Breach, very aggressive early on. This is the type of lineup that they had in the previous.
So they're going to be lacking the 6s on both these supports for a little bit. Meanwhile, Static Storm should be picked up for Kidaro soon, and the Shadow Demon also close to 6. They've got another glimpse. Kinetic Field, Misha, all being chased here by Supreme again. The Flame Break hits both Misha and BZM. They'll burn away the life of this Omni Knight, and now BZM still trying to fight. Got the Stampede, they'll look for BZM, but the damage on the Supreme, he needs to be careful. They have the Hoofstomp that lands on a Taiga. The Dream Floor is going to be on a 3. They'll go to the Lasso.
Reeves.
But now they'll take out Supreme, and that's Taiga with that Lightning Bolt getting the kill. The Ravage on a 3. The turnaround for OG, it's going to be 3 and make it 4 with everybody here. Jimmy, you have a lot of life, but they can whittle you down and take you out with that Laguna Blade.
Man, BZM baited them so hard that they get like very deep inside the OG's jungle.
As one of the better offlaners, right? But he would have games where he would have to sacrifice and struggle. And it feels like DM at 33.
Taiga
These are
in a good spot to
two
break the
players
smoke.
towards the top and always consistent. Zeus, Taiga in trouble, and Flame Break lands. Thunder God's Wrath comes through, and well, Taiga drops. But DM here with Gush, and there's the glimpse to send the Tide Hunter the other way. Jibe, he's stuck in the trees. So he's looking for a way to survive and a way out, but the way out's in a body bag as Yuragi gets another one.
He knows that if he uses a Stampede there, Puck will just coil. It's that good. It was also sent a 200 gold lead. That's pretty insane. Pretty nuts. This time around, OG with the 2k gold lead.
Coil
Initiating on
snaps.
a Batrider.
But there's the Static Storm, the Kinetic Field, and it's a combo that lands, but it's not one that's going to keep Kadaro alive. That Illusory Orb hits, Wrath of Nature comes through. The ult from the Omni Knight, they're trying to focus on a BZM. Their attention is there, the Sprout is
Lasso
up,
gets
and
him.
they've got the Lasso. They'll get the kill, and that's a big one for Into the Breach.
This is a fight where like Lina's still not pumping out the damage. She was easily countered by this tankiness that Tide Hunter's going for, and also like one buyback. If they heavily commit, you buy back and then you take a fight, especially if it's close to your side of the map. Yuragi lands a stun.
Yeah, hits Immersion, and he'll survive a second longer, but the inevitable is already put into the books, and they'll get the kill. They go to the Dream Coil Kadaro, though, on the run, and it looks like he'll die too. And the TP not in time. While that was going on, also Taiga, he got the Courier of Jibe, who's trying to get that pipe that you were calling for.
For the same build as he did in game one. It's like a lot of these same things that OG has done. Roshan, the way they've been moving around the map, DM going for the same item build, pretty much getting that Guardian Greaves, and now Yuragi's keeping BKB going into Lincoln's next.
Thunder God's Wrath, Kadaro will die to the Dream Coil, placed down by BZM. It's another Dream Coil that's just there for the damage to get the kill. The LSA lands on a Jibe. Jibe to get out on the high ground, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, even just getting up those steps, and Taiga will take away the Centaur's life.
Maybe if he has that cloak that he bought on Courier. Melding?
Melding? Yeah, morphing? I don't know.
I thought you said schmelding.
Schmelding? Well,
So
secret melding. Schmelding.
BZM has been on point, going for the pickoffs, mostly killing Disruptor. Kidaro, 0, 8, and 6. Speaking
Blink
of
Ravage.
make it 0 and 9.
Yeah, Kadaro's dead. Jibe joining him. That's 2. Very easy. They don't really mind using the Ravage. They know they have Dream Coil as well, so...
They also have a catapult, so they're going to go for this high ground. Centaur does have a buyback. Disruptor doesn't have one, so
Odegaard.
tier 3 tower.
Radiant's courier has been
Catches a Tome in 2 Sentries. Also trying to cut the creep wave.
This is going to be a set of barracks. I don't think they're taking this fight. They might get like a kill out of it.
Sprout, Yuragi, Blink, Anchor Smash now with BKBB pop by Odegaard. Supreme, he gets the lasso into the Static Storm. They've got Yuragi. Can they get the kill to the leader? They can. That's a lot of damage out of the hands of OG. Now into the breach. They got to make this something more. They go to the disruption. They'll look for the hook stop. Jibe on the low ground alone. Gushed up, Anchor smashed and killed off. They get the kill onto Jibe for 60, and Supreme doesn't have a lasso to pull any of these heroes back in. Over to the side, though, is Odegaard. He's in pretty deep. They'll snap the Dream Coil.
Let's see who they find.
A kill or two here could put them in contention for the next Roche. Taiga at the forefront of this fight, and Jibe with a 2-man stun. Wrath of Nature, Thunder God's Wrath. The Static Storm is
Only
down,
on one.
but this is all on for a Zeus. The Ravage hits 3, and now they're going to follow that up. They get the kill on Odegaard. The tension of the deep put him up in the air. They go to the Dream Coil on a 2. They found themselves Kadaro as well as Jibe. All 3 fall, all 3 don't have buyback, and Roche up in 20 seconds should be all OGs.
Let's see if OG decides to go for Roche or if they want to take potentially...
In their jungle, farm it up. He's coming back.
Same thing happened game 1. He was there. They tried to TP in. BZM landed a Sunstrike.
Blink, hope stop.
This is it.
Lincoln's pop, Ravage in, that lands on a 3. They get the kill to Jibe. They'll take out Odegaard and Kadaro. They'll buy back on Odegaard as well as Kadaro too. But that's Mega Creeps. They'll try to fight once again. The ulti from Misha, the 4-step forward, going for Supreme, but even with the BKB, he still dies. Supreme is gone. Kadaro looking next. He just bought back. He still has the symbol under his icon. They'll call GG, and that will be the series for OG 2 over into the breach.
Very clean, not just this game, but the whole series. OG having a really good understanding of their timings, what needs to be done. Rugged